now I will show a very fancy and funny one that everyone can do. So it's looking a bit like the sailor, where you go to that position, and then I go down, and then I can walk around with the follower. So it's not very difficult. The idea is to get to that position where my arms are below the arms of the follower. So if we spread this like that, and then we lock. So usually the way I get there is to lift my left arm, and then I invite the follower to turn with me. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna bring my right arm a bit higher up, and then I place my arm so that I'm below the arm of the follower. And then with a bit of tilt with my back, I can indicate to the follower that I want her to go up. And then when we go down.
And for followers, sort of that you, of course, bring the leg up, you use your core to sort of keep that tight.
This one can be done very, very fast, and it's a very funny one. Up, and there we go. This one has many variations, and we'll show one that we very like. There we go. So, the idea here is to go back to back, and for that I do this with my arms, and then I try to go down so that my butt is below the butt of the follower, or the flyer. And what I do, and that we need to agree, that I decide to place my head on the right, which means that the follower goes also on the right. And once you got here, you can just start lifting up. You could actually start walking around, whichever way you want. And the next step is just to push that up a bit more so that the follower starts rolling around. And remember that the heads are a bit shifted, so technically you shouldn't hurt yourself, but the first few times you try to do that, don't go too crazy, and maybe ask people to spot you so that you don't fall all the way. And at the beginning, what can be helpful is for the lead to go down a bit so that the follower can roll literally on the back. And the interesting thing with this move is that at the end, you've got this hold, which makes it very easy to go safely down. So in that respect, it's a very safe one. So we show all the way here, here, and now I'm just gonna pull on my arms to ask the follower to start rolling. And as you can see, it's kind of a matter of staying in that position until the follower completes the roll. So one more, here, and then I was actually not pulling here, and Namiko pulled a bit on the arms, and it went very fine. So what's really important in that move is that you keep your arms really close to your shoulder. If you start doing things like that, it's gonna hurt because you're gonna pull back your arms. So for the lead and the follower, you really want to keep your arms close to your chest and in front of you. And if you do that, it should work. So if you start going, yeah, and don't go over, but you guys explain the spotting. And you know that you will just need to roll, right?
Yeah. Okay, so again, head downwards, so we're trying to support the weight through the shoulders in case that drops. And need for a strong core here so our legs can come over before the shoulder comes down.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And we roll slowly. There we go.